Hey, you guys. All right. Our healthy habit this week is hydration. Hydration is one of the five core habits that are so important. And if you're struggling with your habits and you feel like you aren't doing very well with those healthy habits, I think hydration is a great place to start because it's just a simple, easy thing that we can add into our day, kind of swap some things out and really see a big difference. And did you know that most of the time, like over 50% of the time, when you feel hunger, it's actually the first sign of thirst. So if you go and get a drink and just wait 20 minutes, that hunger pain may go away because that's the first sign that you're thirsty is that you're going to have those hunger pains. So go get a big glass of water, but especially if it's not really time to eat and you shouldn't be hungry, try getting a glass of water. And then also making sure that you're drinking throughout the day. I love to get a big amount of my water done first thing in the morning. I just chug like 42 ounces of water. Actually, this is 32 ounces of water first thing in the morning. And then when I go to the gym, it's over there, but I have a big shaker bottle that's 42 ounces that I try to get down like while I'm working out. And so I get a lot of my water done first thing in the morning. So if you can get a big chunk of your water done first thing in the morning, like as soon as you get out of bed, drink water. It helps detox, it helps flush toxins out and just runs through your organs. It's such a good habit to get into is just a glass of water next to your bed, drink it first thing in the morning. So a couple other ways to make sure you're getting enough water is when you go to the bathroom, make sure that your urine is very pale yellow or clear. That's a good sign that you're getting enough water. Now, if you take a vitamin like multivitamin, it's going to make your urine yellow, even if you've been drinking a lot of water. So besides that, your urine should be very clear or very pale yellow. So check that. That's also a great thing to teach your kids. Also, I like to get a big glass of water anytime I leave the house or come home, just because it's just a good habit to get into. Make sure you're hydrated when you're leaving. Make sure you rehydrate when you get back, and always take your water with you. There's a few methods of drinking water that I love. I love a big cup like this. These Stanley ones are really popular, but you can get a cheaper version with the big straw. It just helps me to like sip on water all day. Also, if I'm going somewhere, especially if I'm traveling, I usually take a big one like this. It's insulated, it stays cold for a long time. This one has a straw, but there's some that just screw off and you drink. So I love the big water jugs. Also, I talked about chugging water like in a glass jar. Drinking out of glass or metal is actually healthier for you than plastic because sometimes plastic, like chemicals, can leak into your water. But the main thing is just drink lots of water. But if you happen to have glass or metal, that is a good option. Also, when it comes to mugs, I love big mugs because I'll fill this up with like hot lemon water or herbal tea and just sip on it. You get more water when you have a big mug like that. So I wanted to share some of my favorite ways to get water in the winter. Of course, you can just drink regular water. Room temperature water is great also. Cold water boosts your metabolism for about an hour after you drink it, but room temperature water is really good for you too. If you don't have an electric kettle like this, I've had this for like 8 years. I use it daily and it heats up water really fast. My kids use it. And it's just like an easy way to get your water really quickly. And it just plugs in, you just set it on and turn it on, and it just heats up your water quickly. So I love my electric kettle. In the winter, I love to have like warm things. If I'm feeling cold, some fun herbal teas are fun to try. Of course, my favorite, Optavia hot cocoa daily. I have to have at least one hot cocoa every day. You can also just do hot lemon water. Sometimes I'll put in some ginger, a little dash of like cayenne or cinnamon is good, but hot lemon water is so good for you too. If you want to stay away from like artificial sweeteners, doing like just fresh lemon or like this true lemon or lime, that just gives it some flavor. That's a healthy way that you can do that. Sometimes I even heat up like Crystal Light in a big jug like this with hot water or my big mug. And I'll just do like hot Crystal Light with a little cinnamon. It's just like a hot, sweet drink. I really love that. Lots of flavors are really good that way, just like warmed up. And it's just like a fun, hot drink. Also, you could do a little squirt of like the sugar-free syrups in your water to make it a little fancy. So many fun ways. If you need some caffeine, I really love the Crystal Light Energy. And I always put one in a big, like a 44 ounce, and it's still plenty sweet. You don't need to do it like in a water bottle. You can still get more water with less flavoring. And I figure that once in a while, one of these is much better than like soda or something. And that's one thing I want you to really work on. Don't drink your calories. Make sure you're not drinking your calories. Save those for your food. Enjoy those with eating. There's so many other good ways to get good tasting drinks without having the calories. So those are just a few of my very favorite ways to get water in during the day. Of course, old-fashioned plain water is always best for you. Make sure you're getting some plain water every day. But then if it helps you to get more water in by flavoring it with one of these ways, even just a squirt of lemon is really good. You can make it fancy by putting some mint or cucumber, whatever you want, infuse it with some fruit, but just make sure you're getting your water. That's one healthy habit that's going to help you, not just during the weight loss journey, but throughout the rest of your life. And if you're ever going to a party or a social event, make sure you bring your water. Having something in your hand that you can sip on, whether it just be a regular water bottle, is so helpful. It keeps your hands busy. It gives you something to sip on, something that's sweet. And my clients that love their wine, one little trick is, did you know that you can just replace that with something similar, like the sparkling flavored waters, like the ice drinks? I have a client that loves red wine, so she gets the red sparkling ice drinks. She puts it in her wine glass. It looks the same as the wine. It's the feel of holding the wine glass that's helping her replace that habit. So find a simple way to replace that habit. If you drink soda, swapping it out for a 0-calorie soda is a great first step, or limiting how often you drink soda. So I have a lot of clients that start with drinking soda and then they start the program. And so they have to swap. And so instead of drinking soda throughout the day, all day long, I have them use it as like a reward or a treat. So maybe after 64 ounces of water, then they have like a 0-calorie soda with their dinner. So just thinking of good, better, best. What's one step up from what you're doing that can be a little bit better? Maybe just replacing only flavored water with some plain water. But think of one thing that you can do to improve your hydration this week. I would love to hear how you like to get your water. And I always say, whether you, whether you chug it, whether you lug it, or whether you mug it, get your water in today. All right, talk to you later.